This is not just another motorcycle. This is Harley-Davidson stepping into completely unfamiliar territory, a world it never dominated, and honestly, a world it never needed to enter. For decades, Harley-Davidson has been known for one thing: big, heavy cruisers built for highways, attitude, and that classic American rumble. But today, things are different. Because Harley didn't just release another cruiser, they built this, the Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250. And this bike raises one very important question. Can a brand so deeply rooted in tradition successfully reinvent itself for the most competitive motorcycle segment in the world? Or is this simply a bold experiment that tries to do too much at once? Let's find out. When you first see the Pan America 1250, your brain takes a moment to process what you're looking at, because this doesn't look like a Harley. There's no low-slung cruiser stance, no chrome-heavy styling, no old-school American muscle identity. Instead, what you get is something completely different. A tall, aggressive, adventure-ready machine. A sharp front end with a unique LED headlight design that immediately stands out. A body that looks built for dirt, gravel, highways, and everything in between. And honestly, it almost feels like Harley walked into a completely different industry and said, "We're going to compete here too." That alone makes this motorcycle extremely interesting. Because in today's world, attention is everything. And this bike gets attention instantly. Whether people love it or question it, they all look at it twice. But design is only part of the story. The real question is what's happening underneath. And this is where things start to get interesting. The Pan America 1250 is powered by Harley-Davidson's Revolution Max 1250cc engine. And let's be clear, this is not your traditional Harley engine. It's modern, it's liquid-cooled, it's performance-focused, and it's built to compete with European adventure bikes. This engine produces around 150 horsepower, and in the adventure motorcycle world, that is serious power. But what matters more than numbers is how it feels on the road. And the answer is surprisingly refined. When you twist the throttle, the bike responds instantly. There's no lazy delay, no old-school heavy pull. Instead, you get a smooth yet strong surge of power. On highways, the bike feels stable and confident. It eats miles effortlessly. And when you push it harder, it doesn't feel overwhelmed. It feels capable, controlled, balanced. This is a completely different character from what people expect from Harley-Davidson. And that alone is one of the biggest talking points of this motorcycle. Now let's talk about something extremely important in the adventure segment: comfort and ride quality. Because adventure bikes are not just about power, they are about endurance, long hours in the saddle, changing road conditions, and unpredictable terrain. And this is where the Pan America 1250 introduces one of its most impressive features: adaptive ride height. Now, this system is genuinely smart. When the bike comes to a stop, it automatically lowers itself. And when you start moving again, it raises back up. This might sound like a small feature, but in real life, it changes everything. Especially for riders who struggle with tall seat heights. It builds confidence, it removes intimidation, and it makes a big adventure bike feel much more accessible. On top of that, the suspension system is electronically adjustable. It adapts to road conditions in real time. Whether you're on smooth pavement or rough gravel, the bike continuously adjusts to maintain stability and comfort. This is the kind of technology you expect from top-tier European manufacturers, and Harley has clearly studied the competition carefully. Now let's move to the riding experience, because this is where the Pan America starts to define its identity. The seating position is upright and natural. You don't feel stretched or cramped. Your body posture feels designed for long-distance travel. The handlebars are positioned in a way that reduces fatigue, and the overall ergonomics support hours of continuous riding. This is not a bike that begs for short rides. This is a machine that wants to cover distance. Highways feel smooth,
City riding feels controlled, and even rough roads don't completely disturb its balance. It feels planted, stable, and surprisingly composed for a Harley entering this segment for the first time. Now let's talk about technology, because in today's motorcycle world, tech is no longer optional, it's expected. And the Pan America 1250 comes fully loaded. A large TFT display sits at the center of the cockpit. It shows everything you need: speed, navigation, ride modes, traction settings, and more. The interface is clean, modern, and easy to read even at high speeds. Then you have multiple riding modes: road mode for everyday riding, sport mode for sharper throttle response, rain mode for low traction conditions, off-road mode for dirt and gravel, and off-road plus mode for more aggressive terrain control. Each mode adjusts the bike's behavior instantly. Throttle response changes, traction control adapts, ABS behavior shifts. Everything becomes tailored to your environment. This is not just a powerful machine, it's a smart system designed to adapt to different riding conditions. Safety features are a major highlight. You get cornering ABS, traction control, wheelie control, cruise control, and a full suite of electronic rider aids. These systems work quietly in the background, helping the rider stay in control without feeling intrusive. And that balance is important, because too much intervention can ruin the riding experience. But here, Harley has managed to keep things smooth and natural. Now let's move into one of the most important questions. Can this bike actually go off-road? The answer is yes, but with some context. The Pan America 1250 is capable on gravel roads. It handles dirt paths confidently. It can manage rocky trails and uneven terrain without feeling out of place. The suspension does a great job absorbing impacts, and the power delivery remains controlled even on loose surfaces. But this is not a hardcore off-road enduro machine. It is not designed for extreme motocross-level terrain. Instead, it sits in a very specific category: adventure touring with off-road capability. And in that role, it performs very well. What makes this bike even more interesting is its road presence, because wherever it goes, it gets noticed. It doesn't blend in, it stands out. The design is bold, the stance is tall and confident, and the overall look is unlike any traditional Harley. This is not a bike that tries to follow trends, it tries to create its own identity. And that is a risky move, but also a powerful one. Now let's talk about the real-world pros and cons. On the positive side, you get a powerful modern engine, advanced electronics, excellent highway comfort, and innovative features like adaptive ride height. It's a well-rounded machine that feels premium and capable. But there are trade-offs. The bike is expensive compared to some competitors, it can feel heavy at low speeds, and while it performs well off-road, it is not the most extreme option in its category. And perhaps the biggest challenge is perception, because Harley-Davidson is still building trust in this segment, and that takes time. So where does that leave us? The Pan America 1250 is not trying to be the best off-road machine in the world, and it's not trying to replace the KTM or BMW dominance overnight. Instead, it's trying to redefine Harley-Davidson, to show that the brand can evolve, that it can innovate, and that it can compete in a completely new category. And honestly, it does a better job than most people expected. So the final question is simple. Is the Pan America 1250 worth it? If you want a pure off-road weapon, maybe not. If you want the lightest adventure bike, probably not. But if you want something comfortable, powerful, technologically advanced, and uniquely American in identity, then yes, this bike absolutely deserves your attention. Because this is not just a motorcycle, it is a statement, a risk, and a new direction for a legendary brand. That's what makes the Pan America 1250 so interesting. Not because it is perfect, but because it dares to be different.